Hello everybody, it's Jackson Fulcher here, and in the past couple days, two really big trailers for two really big movies have come out. Instead of making two separate videos for them, I just decided to mash them into one thing. Why, you might ask? Mainly because I'm lazy.
Please don't ask me ever again.
So let's get started with the first trailer I'll be talking about, which is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Now, when that first sneak peek came out like a couple weeks ago, around the time when Doctor Strange came out, James Gunn even said that this is just a look at what the actual teaser trailer will be. This is not the official one. And after seeing that, I was like, okay, looks pretty promising so far. Just need that other trailer. And now that it's here, it's beautiful. And I mean that in both ways because I liked it so much, but also the visuals of this movie. I don't know if anyone else noticed this, but this looks like the best cinematography Marvel has ever done. I don't know if maybe they switched cameras or maybe they're doing something else like lens-wise, color-wise, but this movie looks gorgeous, especially when they're fighting that monster. Oh my god, the shot where Drax is jumping at it and its mouth is wide open. That looks so real. And of course, Rocket and Baby Groot visually still look really good, and these characters still have good chemistry with each other, even though Groot has changed from big, massive tree to little tiny tree. But I gotta tell you, it's adorable. Baby Groot is one of the cutest things I think I've ever seen, and he's probably going to steal this movie. Rocket stole it in the first one, and I guess now it's time for Baby Groot to steal the show. Especially with the way Rocket's yelling at him in the beginning to not press the button that's gonna blow him up, and he's just saying, "I am Groot," mentioning the button, and then eventually just takes the remote and runs off with it yelling, "I am Groot." I was dying. It was awesome. And also another moment where he was yelling with an adorable voice, but he grabbed someone by the legs and flung them off from a really high place, possibly murdering that guy. So Baby Groot just adorably murdered someone, which is great in many ways. You know what else is also great? Drax. I mentioned Baby Groot is probably going to steal this whole movie, but there's something about Drax in this trailer and even the other sneak peek they released. Drax seems really funny. And Drax was already a funny aspect of the first Guardians, but in this trailer, he had the funniest part for me, where he's laughing at Peter Quill because Mantis, the new character, just exposed his secret about he has a crush on Gamora. And just the way, like, his shoulders bounce, going like, "Do me, do me, do me." That got to me, okay? That was the funniest thing out of that trailer. As soon as I watched it the first time, I was literally in tears as soon as he went, "You must be so embarrassed!" Overall, this trailer, it's promising a lot of great stuff. The humor already looks perfect once again. It doesn't look like they're missing a step as far as humor goes. I don't know if anyone was worried about this sequel not being as funny. That was something I think I was worried about, but not anymore, because this trailer's hilarious. Does anyone have any tape? I want to put some tape over the death button. The visuals look outstanding cinematography-wise. This looks like maybe the best-looking Marvel movie, and I can't wait to see where else these characters go, because that's something James Gunn, I think, has been promising, that these characters are going to be a little bit different than they were in the first movie. So that's going to be really interesting enough for me. Especially since Kurt Russell will be playing Ego the Living Planet, and they haven't showed him yet in the trailers. So that'll be an interesting thing. And now moving on to the second trailer, which is just an interesting thing as a whole. Michael Bay's Transformers: The Last Knight. Oh boy. There's a thing. Michael Bay puts out great trailers, even if the movies are terrible. They have great trailers. Every Transformers movie has had a great trailer, and I liked 1 and 3, but I hate 2 and 4. But 2 and 4 have some really good trailers. And once again, I think Michael Bay has pumped out another great trailer for a Transformers film. Will this necessarily reflect perfectly to the actual film? No idea, because if you watch the trailer, you'll notice John Turturro doesn't show up, Stanley Tucci doesn't show up, Hound, Crosshairs, Drip, none of the Autobots show up except for Bumblebee, Optimus Prime. You see a little bit of Squeaks, the new mini droid, and you see that other robot that looks kind of orange. I am assuming he's an Autobot because he had blue eyes. They didn't even show off Hot Rod, a new character, popular, fan favorite character. Examining the trailer, they have really somber music going on in the background of these serious shots, while also having some dialogue exchange between Duhamel and Wahlberg that seems serious. And also the moment where Optimus Prime just ground pounds Bumblebee and almost stabs him in the face. Yeah, serious stuff. And I think that's why I like this trailer so much. They didn't put in any goofy Stanley Tucci or John Turturro. They haven't shown a single ounce of Michael Bay's humor yet. And we don't really know what exactly the plot is, except for Unicron is coming. I mean, what else could that thing eating the moon could be? It's a robot planet-looking thing that's eating the moon, and Unicron is a transforming planet that eats other planets to survive. That's definitely Unicron. So this movie could be bad, once again, like the other Michael Bay movies, but as its own trailer, not referencing the movie, just as a trailer promoting it, this looks really awesome. I gotta say, I like the shots that were shown. Cinematography looked really well done. The action scenes so far look really good. Hopefully it doesn't get monotonous as the movie goes on. Hopefully it's not 2 hours and 40 minutes. Oh my god, if it's anything longer than 2 hours and 45 minutes like the last one, I'm gonna die. That's too much, too long. I don't know how the CGI will look in the actual movie, because in Age of Extinction, the visuals I think looked awful, but in the trailers they look somewhat decent. But so far I think the visuals look alright and the cinematography looks real good. The action scenes so far look well shot. That's something Michael Bay does really well. The technical aspects are definitely a standout. And I'm actually kind of curious to see how Wahlberg and Josh Duhamel actually bounce off each other. It's actually nice to see Josh Duhamel back. I can't wait to see what he does in this movie. And also Isabel Moner, I think that's what the young girl's name is. At least we know there won't be a recurring problem that's in other Transformers movies, which is the overly sexualizing of the female characters. She's too young to be overly sexualized, so maybe they'll actually have an interesting character for her. So a lot of cool stuff in this trailer, lots of interesting things, especially Optimus Prime, like ground-pounding Bumblebee. If you notice, his eyes are purple, so maybe he's been taking control over. We do see him like float around in space deactivated. But I'm still nervous for the actual movie, but it's also from the writers of Black Hawk Down and Iron Man, but it's Michael Bay and Akiva Goldsman, but at the same time, I can't help it, guys. I grew up with Transformers. I can't help but be somewhat excited for this movie, but I'm going to be really reserved with my excitement knowing how these movies have turned out before. So Michael Bay, I trust you slightly, not entirely, just a little bit. Please, can The Last Night be the best one? Maybe not. Crap. Anyways, what did you think of these two trailers? Leave in the comments below what you thought of it. And I hear that the Spider-Man Homecoming trailer is coming out tonight, so I guess maybe expect another video for that if there's anything to talk about there. And as always, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe. I'm Jackson Fulcher. See you guys next time.